Hey, welcome back to the Big Ranch Show. As always, thank you for joining me. If you could, hit the subscribe button down below and let's get right to it. Now, I wasn't going to cover this topic. It just seemed lame to me. Another stupid thing going on across social media and the news and all that BS. And it wasn't something I was going to cover. But since apparently there are thousands of people talking about it here on YouTube, and apparently millions of people across the U.S. panicked about it, let's get to it. The creepy voicemail that was apparently heard round the world last week or so, shortly after the death of Stephen Hawking. Apparently, this one Twitter person got a strange email and a strange series of text messages, apparently, and he seemed to think, apparently, that it was some kind of creepy thing that people were sending, some aliens were sending him or whatever. And that's what a lot of people have talked about. They've talked about how it was aliens or it was this or it was that. And that, there's even people claiming that, I guess that means the world's going to end on August 18th, April 18th. But people, why is it every time that something crazy like this goes across YouTube or Twitter or Facebook, everyone buys into the hype and they believe everything? It doesn't make any sense. People are like, it's aliens, and the aliens are going to be here on April 18th. No, not likely. It's more likely to be an elaborate hoax. And more people need to really wake up and use critical thinking skills here, folks. Now, could it be something? Sure, there's a minute possibility that there was something. It's more likely, though, that there's some organization out there or group that is purposely putting these kind of things out to stir up problems, or not problems, but stir up hysteria and stir up social media. Those agitators are out there. They're doing it all the time. There's other cases where people have sent crazy, where the people received crazy text messages or crazy voicemails in the past, and nothing came of them. And that's likely the situation here. But you see it all the time on social media. One person comments and posts, supposed tweets or text messages and stuff that supposedly prove that the world's ending this day, or this is going to happen on this day, or that the CIA or NSA is involved, or something like that. There's always something. But in a day and age where anybody can get a text number, pretty much anybody can get a voice number or a text number. All you got to do is use like text free or anything like that. There's a lot of them, and you never know who the caller is. A lot of times they show up on phones as untraceable or unavailable or unknown or private even, because I've used them before. I've had to in the past when I didn't have telephone service. And so anybody can get a message like that and leave you a crazy message. There are plenty of applications out there that you can buy for your phone or your laptop, that will literally give you a Stephen Hawking sounding voice or a computerized voice like was on this one, talking about whatever these numbers were and all the locations and stuff, whatever they were talking about. Some people think it was coordinates, that a certain, that something's going to happen from outer space. Some people are saying that it's something that's here, that, that there's aliens on Earth that are going to take over on April 18th of this year. And I just don't buy it. I don't believe it for a second. It just sounds like an elaborate hoax to me, like a lot of the things you see. Like there's one that keeps going around Facebook. Happens every year. And it says, it goes around and it says that Jesus is coming back, like such and such date in July. And it comes around every year, and people they share it, they post it everywhere, they freak out about it, and then of course it's nothing. because they want to believe that something crazy is going to happen, I guess. I don't understand that. It doesn't work for me. I have a hard time buying conspiracy theories, and I have a very hard time buying, ideas that the world is going to end over some alien invasion or some NSA, program or something. I have a hard time buying that. We're doing enough to destroy the Earth. I don't think we need to worry about something crazy happening to destroy the Earth. So, I'd like to know what y'all think. Anybody that's watching this video, please hit that subscribe button, but 2, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think on this. I think it's complete baloney. Speaking of, that'd be a great sandwich for today. But, people, a little critical thinking goes a long way. And if you think about it, you look back at all the hoaxes like this that have been over the last few years, they're just that, hoaxes. They're not going to go away, but you're hardly ever going to find anything that's going to be true. If you see something that sounds insane on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, guess what? It probably is. There's a lot of conspiracy theories out there, a lot of conspiracy theorists out there. I don't buy into conspiracies. Most of them I find can be completely lame and easily proven to be hoaxes or false, however you want to look at it. The only conspiracy theory that's ever really drugged me in at all was the assassination of John F. Kennedy. That's because I was very interested in JFK and things he was trying to do, and his ties to the mob and things like that. Things that were always interesting to me. So there's a lot swirling around that particular person. So there's lots of conspiracies that you can look into, and those interest me just because we never got an answer. But I don't believe the conspiracy theories there either. I like to read them sometimes and see what they have to say. See there where I can point out, no, that doesn't match here. This doesn't match the reports that have come out. This doesn't match this. This doesn't match that. And that's what I try to do. But on things like this, where they're repeated over and over again, where you hear these crazy voicemails and text messages, you see crazy text messages all the time. Everything's hoaxes nowadays. You can hardly ever find anything that's truth unless you actually use some critical thinking and you dig deep. Anyhow, like I said, any ideas, leave a comment down below. I'd love to know what everyone else here is thinking. I know I only got, 88 subscribers, but I would love to know what everyone else thinks on this. This is just my opinion. I think it's BS. You might not. And I'm not going to sit there and knock you for thinking it was, if you think it might be real. We all, to each their own. We all do what we do. And we all have the views we have and our opinions we have. And my opinion is that it's a hoax. But I'd love to know from people that don't think it's a hoax and from people that might think it's a hoax. Just let me know what you think down in the comment section. Hit me up on Twitter, Facebook. I do have an Instagram, but I have nothing on it at this moment. So once if I start putting up photos over there, I'll put those in the description down below as well. Anyhow, y'all have a great day. I hope you caught the live episode yesterday that I did, the Big Ranch Show Live, number 1. It's got a few views since then. I only had one person that watched it when I put it up. And, there was 2 people, but one of them left pretty quick. But I have one person, a YouTuber by the name of Southside GA, who showed up and actually watched the entire stream. So I thank you, sir, ma'am, whichever it may be. But I was very happy to at least have somebody that sat there and watched the thing. I know it was a terrible time probably for a lot of people. 8 a.m.'s a bit early. But I may do a few more of that while I'm trying to get, ready to do those kind of things. Because I was still a nervous wreck doing the video. Because the whole idea, like here, I can make a mistake. If it's a big enough mistake, I can edit it out. When it's live, you can't. So when you screw up and it's there. And so to those that have watched it since, and to Southside GA who sat there and watched the entire video and everything, I thank you. And y'all have a great day. I'll see you down the road. And that's it.